Why do I live like this? Well, the United States and Dubai watch me 24/7. If I could just fly in and out of my car, that might fuck with their I think I'm God complex. I don't know. Well, gods don't have white flags after you commit crime against God. In fact, I told them before, you ever show me a white flag, I'll shove it up your dead fucking ass, because you can't do things against God and just try to give up. Gods don't work like that. So, no, they got to keep their mentality. What does God say? Live by the sword. You gotta goddamn die by that sword. So with the same murder of God they picked up, they have to die that way. If they don't keep the same threatening behavior up and die that way, gods have to possess and control them and make them go into death shouting and spouting the same things they were doing in the murder of God. That's the way it works. So, like, somebody murders, then they end up in hell. They probably aren't going to try to be a murderer, saying fuck you to God, in hell, with God staring right at them, huh? But that's not how it works. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Gods will possess and control them and force them to still act like a murderer with a threatening fuck you to God mentality. It's really terrifying. Oh, it's so true. It's really, really, really terrifying. Scary stuff. The first thing a murderer does in hell is not want to ever talk about what they are or what they've done ever again. And it doesn't work like that. A lot of murderers say fuck you against God with the devil and stuff all the time. A lot of murderers make deals with the devil against gods and stuff all the time. They have to be obvious and honest about all of it as they die in hell over and over and over. So hell has been brought to earth. They're sentenced to living damnation and death and stuff. So, and that's part of their 666 on their forehead thing. So they'll be controlled and forced to say fuck you against God the way they were when nobody was fighting back. So, I had to win against all things to win and resurrect once and for all at the end. So, I didn't really get to fight back. They were murdering me and I didn't get to fight back. What did happen is when they murdered me, my aggressive, horrifying death would get in like a blind rage and beyond scary place and go kill on a killing spree. And the United States would have to cover it up. But that was not my actual self ever able to fight back. That was my omnipresent death just screaming and suffering and lashing out. So has the United States been covering up the fact that I can destroy like it's nothing for a long time? Yeah. And they want to somehow believe it still makes them God. I don't get that part. I don't know. You know what? Yeah, if I'm getting murdered and something out of my dead omnipresence is so dead and screaming and lashing out and killing piles of guilty people, Why would you think that you're God and you're going to win ultimately? And then I really do. I stick to the fact that the Antichrists are Looney Tunes. I think they murdered God and became Looney Tunes. So I don't know. Oh, but you can't threaten God and not be forced to threaten God to his face when it's scary and real. So that's why I always harp and harp and harp. Go to my queen, my queen, my queen. Make sure I'm real. Everything's real. It really is the end of the world. So you just don't ever do things that you really don't really want to be doing. Because, yeah, everybody, whoever said fuck you to Jesus' face, had to be stuck in hell saying fuck you to everybody's face. God, angels that hate them, good demons that hate them. So yeah, when they said fuck you to the face of Jesus, they got to go to hell, have everybody staring at them, and enjoy the fact that they had to say fuck you to the face of everybody. Because what you did against Jesus, you did against God. That's why it's in the Bible. Gods don't fuck around with that shit. So see, you want to just be a nice, normal person that relies on my queen, my queen, my queen, and works with gods to just be a polite, normal, good person. And not, be this devil-made weirdo aggressive against God stuff. It's very bad. Very, very bad. Antichrist things are very bad. So I like to harp and harp and harp. Stay good, people. Work on being good people. Work on your goody, goody, good boy and good girl stuff. So then you don't have to worry about the bad side of life. And it's so much nicer to just be a happy God trying to lead people to happy places where everybody can just get to the endings, based on their choices or whatever that they want to get to. But okay, you're from Point Loma. You're pretty sure that your neighbors are aliens. So you're pretty sure that your neighbors are aliens. They are suspiciously creepy when they're outside. So they act weird and bizarre and creepy to you when they're outside. It looks like they're kind of like weirdly comical. So they like to act weird and weirdly comical outside. And you perceive that as very weird and bizarre behavior. You also notice that they seem to be weird in the house. Like, you'd expect that they go to the living room, go to the kitchen, and when they have their windows open, it's like they walk around bizarrely in the house. Like they don't get how houses work and how you normally go to the kitchen, go to the living room, like predictable walking around. In fact, your alien neighbors are like artistic people. They're like Picassos. They're like Picasso people. They're just very, very out there artistically. Like, where eccentric and artistic kind of go out into the ozone. So they are very out there, but like on purpose. So that one, you guys have not caught my Point Loma reality yet.